Hey, what's up? Alan here from Damn Good Reviews. So we've been checking out this Keecoon Humidifier. Pretty cool unit, and actually it showed up right on time, right when most of the family got the flu or some type of bug going on. So it was really nice to have this with us in the room. But using it, I did find some things that I wanted to share in this review. So if you do pick up this unit, you have an idea of what to expect. So the unit is pretty tall. It's probably about almost 3 feet tall or so, and at first it's like, why is it so tall like that? And that's because you can actually fill up this whole chamber with water. So with that in mind, when I was reading the instructions, I was like, this thing's only lasting for like 2 hours or so. What's going on? Why is that? It says it can go for 24 hours. Well, I wasn't filling up the big tube. What I was doing was actually showing you right here. I was only filling up this area here with the float that goes up, and I'm like, okay, so that's lasting for 2 hours. How does it go 24 hours? Well, because I didn't read the instructions fully, that's why it wasn't working. But otherwise, once I did that, it has been working really great. So you'll see here, it comes with a remote that you could use, and we have a little screen that will show up. And then you can fill that little water thing underneath if you want to do that to get things started. But then you have things like where you can set the max, minimum, sleep functions, anion, constant humidity, as well as a timer, how long you want it to run. So you got all these different options as well. Now, one thing that Keecoon does mention, so when you do order this from them and it ships, if you can see right here, there's a little spring load right there. So when it ships out, sometimes it gets stuck in shipping from moving around a lot. And if that's the case, this whole piece is going to leak and overflow the water. So when you get it, make sure that is moving freely so you don't have any problems. So when you get this running here, I'll put the top back on, you'll kind of get an idea of what it looks like. So you got that coming out, and if you enable anion, supposedly it makes like a twirl and it lets it sink faster. So if I do that, let's see what happens if it starts to sink the smoke or not. I mean, I personally didn't really see that big of a difference between it. So this is on full blast right there, and it is starting to sink a little bit, coming back down, but this was really great. So a few takeaways before I show you how to add water to the top. I would really like to see something here where it can add maybe essential oils or one of those like vapor pads, where if you are sick and need some of the smell, you know, going into the room, you could have that option of doing that. Because when we were sick, what I did was actually I put a vapor pad up here, but it's not really made for that. But it did help fill the room with that smell that really helped out. Now, you know, with that in mind, also if you have this filled up and even having that little spring load, if you were to go to move this and pick this whole thing up for some reason, you could potentially, if it was stuck, all the water could just drip right out, which would be really horrible. So what I would like to see is not only like a little gasket seal here, but also some type of lock mechanism on the side. So even if you were to pick it up on both sides, it's not going to detach or anything like that. So just two technical takeaways that I could see that could really help out this unit. Otherwise, the unit is really nice looking, well made. You know, fits probably into just like a corner. You wouldn't even know it's there, or you can pull it close to the bed. And having the remote is also really nice. It does come with a battery. The remote does come with a battery, but the remote, you do have to aim it almost directly at the unit. So let me just show you real quick how to add that extra water to the top here. Go ahead, open that up. We don't want to add it to that, but where you do want to add it is to the chamber, which is right here. And I did a pretty poor job, so I got it in there a little bit, but that's all right. So just clear it off a little. So be a little more careful when you do it, not as crazy as me. Couldn't see with the smoke coming into my face with the camera here, but now you can get an idea. That's where the water sits. You can fill it up all the way, and it can run up to 24 hours. Much better than the 2 hours I was getting, because I was only filling up that chamber at the bottom. So if you're looking for a humidifier for your room, I think this is something that's a really, really nice one. They do have some options to make this even better, I think. But overall, for a long-lasting humidifier for either your room, the kids' room, or you know, just bringing in some more humidity overall to the house or your living area, I think it's a really nicely made product. So there it is. That's the Keecoon Humidifier. I'm Alan from Damn Good Reviews. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe right here. Click that little bell icon to stay up to date with everything that I do. And we'll see you soon.